Hello there and welcome back. Now, what I'm going to talk to you about today is my observations actually. And my observations are purely my opinion, my thoughts, and what I'm about to tell you is probably only about 80% of the population of men and women, right? So what I say doesn't count to a few people, but in my experience, this is most people. So what this is that I want to tell you why I think older men marry younger women generally. I mean, it's the other way around for me completely, but generally. And that's because a man in between whatever age and around 34, 35, they have only got two goals. I mentioned this the other day. One goal is for their career, the second goal is to find out everything they possibly can in the bedroom. They don't normally have time to have a girlfriend. You know, they like to have somebody there, but they're not really generally like, they don't want to get married. Young men don't want to get married because they don't have that goal. It's not their goal yet. And until they get to about 35, and when they get to about 35, before we get to 35, is that they're in their sexual peak too. Men are usually in their sexual peak from, I don't know, whatever age to about 34, 35. I mean, there are some men that don't lose their sexual appetite at all, but it does calm down for sure. And so what I have discovered is that women generally, again, only maybe 80% of women have actually only got one goal when they're a young lady, like up to, well, whenever really, they just have the one goal, and that is to get married and find the one, find the father of their child, is how I say it normally, father of their child. So the woman ends up, right, there are two talks of women, and I was one of them, and that is, one actually meets the right one and the other one doesn't. So the one that meets the right one is the one that meets the one of 35 years old, because he's up to his third goal now. He's got to 35, he's been there, done that, worn the t-shirt in the bedroom, and he's good in his career, he's probably got a nice house, nice car, and now he's ready for his third goal, and that is to have get married and find the mother of his child. So woman in her younger years isn't actually in her sexual peak. There are a lot of young women that are really highly sexed. There are a lot, like nymphomaniacs, but I was never one of those for sure. Complete opposite I was, compared to what I was when I was in my sexual peak. But yeah, those women when they're young, they're very, very emotional. They you know, one thing I've noticed, and I wasn't very much like this. I know, maybe if I could ask one of the men I'm still friends with now, whether I am or not, it'd be interesting. But they're very emotional. So for example, if the man hasn't, the boy, because they're young here, in their 20s, she'll say, she'll be quiet, and he'll say, "What's the matter?" And she'll say, "Oh, nothing." So because he's got to try and work it out, and or he won't say that her hair looks nice or that she got a nice dress on, and she'll get you know, upset over that, and the man has no idea. He's got no idea of why she's behaving this way. But when a woman gets older, when she gets to, you know, like 38 onwards, she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't care if he doesn't say her hair's nice. She doesn't care if he doesn't say her dress is nice. It's obviously nice, but a woman doesn't really care. She's like really comfortable in her own skin. She's more independent, and you know, and some women get really fussed, you know, when they're young, you know, when man doesn't text. "Oh, you haven't texted me today." It's like, well, maybe he's busy, but they get really arsy about that. I mean, older woman doesn't care if he doesn't ring her all day, doesn't text her all day. Woman doesn't, you know, she, you know, if he's not interested, she'll just go somewhere else. Generally, right? That's how I was, anyway. But back to why the man marries a younger woman is that the younger woman is not in her sexual peak, and all she's doing is looking for the father of her child, generally. And the man, when he gets to 35, he's been there, done that, worn t-shirt and ready and out of his sexual peak. And so all he's looking for is the mother of his child. So the woman is at the right stage for the man, and the man is the right stage for the woman. And that's why in history, I have noticed that in history, that's why men are with young ladies, apart from the fact they're younger. A lot of men like young ladies, but they're at the right level between them, the two of them. They're equal in the stages of their life. And so that's why I think men generally marry younger women. So that's what I thought I'd share with you today. That's only part of the story. There's more after that, which I'll tell you about tomorrow. So today was the first part, tomorrow's the second part, and then there's a little bit more as well, but I'm not sure I should share that. Some people might be very offended on what I've observed. Anyway, you all have a lovely day. I have got to force myself to do some exercise now because I don't want it. I've woken up, one with a scratch on my nose. I don't know where that's come from. And I've woken up really, really, really stiff. And the last thing I want to do is exercise, but I've got to do it. So, if you're looking at me on YouTube, can you please subscribe? Can you please like? And can you put some comments? It would be amazing if you could do that. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.